Hello BookTube, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and today's video is going to be a book discussion or book talk about The Christmas Blessing by Donna VanLiere. If you're participating or if you're not participating in the 24 Days of Christmas Hope read-along, this is a series of videos where I am doing a book talk after we have scheduled to finish each book. So yesterday we were scheduled to finish the second book, which is The Christmas Blessing, and so I want to do just a little discussion about it. Now, the consensus on our Goodreads group for The Christmas Blessing is that it was not quite as good as The Christmas Shoes. It wasn't as emotional, not as much of a tearjerker. Some people did say that they did tear up a little, and that it was emotional, but the consensus seems to be that it was not as much. Now, I was kind of trying to analyze my own thoughts about it, and I didn't feel like I got as emotional about this story either. However, when I actually listened to The Christmas Shoes on audio, just on the book alone, I didn't really tear up with just the book. It was once I got the movie and was listening to the song and all of that that got me more emotional. So, you know, in comparing the two, my feelings about the book alone were pretty similar. So just in comparison, I will go ahead and tell you that I've already finished The Christmas Hope, which is our next book, book 3, and it was narrated by a different narrator, and I think that's what made the difference, because I totally started tearing up with this book. And so once I finished this, then I realized I hadn't gone back and done my comments about The Christmas Blessing, and plus I wanted to come on here and do this video. So I went back and I read the last couple of chapters in print, and I started tearing up. And I thought, you know what? It's probably because the narrator did not display as much emotion as I would when I'm just reading the words and thinking about it and all of that. So I think it had a lot to do with the narrator and not so much the actual reading of it. Now, those of you who are just reading in print, you please feel free to chime in and tell me if you had, what you thought as far as comparing the two. And then once we get to the third book, just kind of compare and contrast. So anyway, just an interesting discussion, because I really do believe, after having listened to a lot of audiobooks in the last 20 years of my life, that having the right or wrong narrator can make or break a book. It just really can. So anyway, and I don't even remember the narrator's name. I will look that up. I'll have to look it up on my phone, and I'm filming on my phone. So I'll probably just put it in the description box below so that you can know who the narrator is for both, because I believe the narrator was different for The Christmas Shoes. They're both from men's perspectives. So this one was from the perspective of Robert Layton, who is the lawyer who paid for the shoes at the store. And then this one is from Nathan's perspective, who is the little boy from The Christmas Shoes, all grown up, and he is a doctor, or he's a medical student in this book. Okay, so now to compare it with the movie, which I just watched today, the movie has the same basic outcome, the same characters, but there's different events and occurrences that basically have the same end result. So it was different, but it wasn't anything that bothered me. It was really good. I enjoyed it. In fact, I think that The Christmas Blessing movie has a bigger cast and a more well-known cast than The Christmas Shoes did. Of course, Rob Lowe is in both, and he played a little bit bigger role in the movie than he did in the book, his character, because he's such a big star. So I'm sure they wanted to give him more to do. So his character is very good in The Christmas Blessing. But Nathan is played by Neil Patrick Harris in The Christmas Blessing, and then Angus Jones, I think is his name, from what was it called? 3.5 Men. He plays Charlie in the movie. And I'm trying to think if there's any other well-known people. Oh, and at the end, New Song was there. They sang at this benefit that was at the end, and that was something that wasn't in the book, but they wrote this into the movie. And they sang the song that they wrote for this movie. And then Blake Shelton played himself, and he came on and sang at the end of the movie. So that was really neat. So I recommend watching this, especially, after you finish the book. And you will see that there's differences, but it wasn't anything that bothered me, like I said. So I guess that's about it. I'm not going to ramble on too long about the Christmas blessing. We are involved in a live nativity this week, and we have to leave very soon and get down there. So I'd like to get this uploaded before we leave. And I guess that's it. I will also upload tonight or right after this my unwrapping video for my next book advent book. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.